Are you struggling with the error message that says, cannot resolve symbol greeter gRPC while trying to get gRPC working? You're not alone. This is a common issue that many developers face, and today we're going to solve it together. I completely understand how frustrating it can be when you're following a tutorial and suddenly something just doesn't work. It can feel like you're hitting a brick wall. But don't worry, we will break this down step by step. Let's take a closer look at the situation. One user reached out saying they followed the gRPC example from GitHub, but IntelliJ is throwing an error about greeter gRPC. They even shared their folder structure and the code they are using. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this. So what could be causing this issue? The error usually indicates that the generated code for your gRPC service is missing or not properly linked in your project. This can happen if the build process didn't generate the necessary files or if there are configuration issues. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll not only fix this issue, but also learn how to avoid it in the future. Trust me, you won't want to miss the tips I have for you. To resolve the issue with the greeter gRPC symbol, the user should first ensure that the gRPC Java plugin is correctly set up in their project. This plugin is essential for generating the necessary classes from the protocol buffer definitions. Next, the user needs to verify that the protocol buffer files are correctly defined and that the gRPC classes are generated. This typically involves checking the source set configuration in the build file. After confirming the configuration, the user should run the build process to generate the gRPC classes. This can be done by executing the Gradle build command in the terminal. Finally, the user should refresh their IDE to ensure that all generated classes are recognized. In IntelliJ, this can be done by clicking on the Refresh button in the Gradle tool window. Fun fact, did you know that gRPC was originally developed by Google? It's now widely used for connecting services in a microservices architecture. Pretty cool, right? Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution suggests that the protobuf plugin requires protobuf files to be organized like Java source files. This means that the protobuf files should be compiled together, and the generated files must be included in the Java compilation process. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. An alternative solution from another user involves adjusting your Gradle build configuration. They found that using single quotes around dollar variables caused issues in Eclipse. Their working Gradle build script compiles proto files to Java classes in a custom directory. After updating the build configuration, they also had to refresh the project in Eclipse to ensure it recognized the generated source files. Finally, they added the custom files to the build path. Here's a pro tip. Always check your build configurations and dependencies when you encounter issues like this. Keeping everything organized can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. By following these steps, you should be able to resolve the cannot resolve symbol greeter gRPC error. Remember, troubleshooting is a skill that gets easier with practice. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.